Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sakot. So in previous video, I have showed to you about in-memory application and about the login and authentication authorization with the default and the in-memory application. So in this video, we will move on to the next authentication is custom data store with user detail service. Now let's start. Firstly, we will go to Spring. We will create practice in the new project. Spring initializer to create a Spring Boot and Spring Security project. So first we will choose a mapping project and the version of Spring Boot is 3.0.2 and we add the dependency is Spring Web, Spring Security, Spring Data API, Spring Boot DevTool, global. So I think I use MySQL private to I use the database in MySQL. So I think it's enough. So the validation. So I think it's enough to take with the custom data store with user detail service. So I will change the project rules, artifact the name of project, Spring Security and Spring Security project. And I will use the Java version is Java version is 17. So I think I am thinking about the dependency. So I think it's enough, but it's missing. So we will add again. Now we will deploy to see the dependency. Yeah, so dependency has been deployed, and now we will download. So at here we have downloaded the project, and we will check. And now we will go to Spring Security project and open folder and IntelliJ IDE project. So now we will be waiting for the dependency for the project can open. So we will be waiting. Yeah. So we have successful open project, and you can see the main class of Spring Boot project here. So now firstly we run. notation for the number. So you can see here the Spring Boot have been can run. So the message error here is we not configure the database. So now firstly we will configure the application property. So first I will configure the service path server dash path and choose path for the database and about the data source of the database Spring dash data source dash driver class name. So firstly I think is a URL. The URL is the DBC. For the MySQL is MySQL, and for the local host, and in my database is host 3306, and if in your computer is another port, you can configure here. Spring security question is create database is not exist equal to and you SSL equal to. So if you configure create database not exist equal to, so you cannot list do everything. So Spring Boot will automatic create database for you. And Spring data source username. So username is rows data source. Password. My password is self-cost 81, and so for the Spring.data source driver class name equal com .mysql I think cz .dbc driver, and for the database Hibernate is Spring API generate ETL equal to. For the Spring API show SQL equal to, and here for the API, and another is Spring API property Hibernate dialects equal, so equal Hibernate org equal Hibernate dialects MySQL file dialects, and Spring API Hibernate ETL auto equal updates. So you can see I will open my database. So you can see that I don't have the database is Spring Security, but now I will run the project. So you can see that Spring Boot started have been run. So I will go to the database and click refresh. You can see the Spring Security database has been created and Spring Boot has been created for the database. So now we will, because we will configure the security, store the data with the user detail service. So we will create a new entity, the service, and the role for the. So first we will create some the package config controller entity so for repository for service, and another one is for the exception, another one is for the request, and another one is for response. Firstly, we will create with the entity. So we have created a new to the entity user, and another entity is a row. So for the user and for the row, we must configure the row here is a auto for the row we U for the authority for the authorization. And firstly we will put some property at here. So long ID, so I think ID by base string name, and for the database we must config for the Spring Boot create a table row at here. We add annotation table name. You can custom name here and row, and annotation entity at here, and add some robot annotation on argument constructor, no argument constructor, as data or the generate getter setter or generate constructor here, and add the ID for primary key, and for the primary key is for the property is identity to auto increment, and column config column name here is rows name, and in the column for the ID here is name equal rows ID. Here we have config the rows. So also we have config for the user, it is the same. So it's the same for the table name equal user entity, and the same annotation, and so private long ID, private string username, private string password, and at here, so I will add some new property for the Spring security for the user set with the user detail service. Firstly, private boolean here we must first the patient ID, auto increment, and set the name, user ID, and the column here equal username, column here equal US, and column name here the account must define. Another here column name, another the private police enable private police accounts not locked private police create stop not define, and private sense row or rows because if user has many rows. So now config name here is enable, and column name is account not locked, column name here is current store months define, and another here for we must also relationship with the user and with the row, and notation many because if user has many row, so if row has many user, first here first equal equal for first if you get the row, if you get the user, and then you can get the row typically case equal all, and the table name table here is user row, and inside the column. So the column here name equal user ID, and for the user ID and for the foreign key is user ID, and so we must inverse the column for the row ID, and foreign key here is row ID. And so now we have successful create the relationship many to many to with the user and with the row. So now we run again to Spring Boot can create the two table and the table between the user and the row. So now you can see here, you see, creates the table row, creates the table user row, and creates the table user. So now go to the database, you can see I have choose the table over here with the row ID and row name. User row is the table between the display the relationship with the user and the row with the user ID and user. And row ID is a foreign key between the row and the user, and the user has user ID and password username and some property at here. So now we will make we will move. So now we will create the interface repository to interact with database. User repository, and the interface here is a row repository. For the user and the row, we use for the database. For row repository, we use a JSON repository, and here is the interface, not class. So we extend from the API repository, and the key is row, and ID is log, and we also use new function defined by name and string name. Because row has a name, and then the API also support the query the file by name, and we pass the name. And now for the user repository, here the JSON repository also extend from the API repository user, and so it's log. So for the user, we also have some method. So one method is find my username, and also pass the username here. And so now we move on to the service. So for the service, I think we will use new interface user service, and because we will create it, so we will create the records about the row. Here ID1 name of name, choose name equal user. Yeah. Click to apply. So now the table row have to record the row admin and user. So now we move on to the user detail service. So I think because new the response use the class by response. By response here later on the chapter, and use builder also design pattern private string cross private t later and private string message. Also generic can apply any type later. So for the user service, we also use by response. So register account. So because we create account and apply it. So now register account. On the other and this new package video to transfer the data, and here is new class user detail. So in the user detail, we also have some property like user, but I make it simple. Yeah, later only in the chapter, and for the private string username, private string what was, and private string to check property of user here. So check property here. You check if the client send request, if the no property in the name or algorithm or the code. So we use the reflection field in S class dot get field, and is as does rest this equal null, and string alright equal and does to string does split, we will split with the dash, and to check the field if exists, string t equal alright, or the in the index alright does length -1 is t does equal ignore k username or t does equal ignore k password or t does equal ignore k vote. So we will return t, and so I think here we return the t, L we will return null, and we must throw the E-level access exception, because if the t equal sample t here, we will not check, and if the null if not equal one of three property here, we return null and you to check property. Here user detail, and for the user for now we just new here, or the package implement the implement user service. So that's a new class user service implement. So we will implement user service here. That's annotation user service. So for the user service, we will here got return by response. So we just new by response equal new by response, and so now we will add a new method to validate account. Also we pass user detail here to check user detail, and in the method validate the user detail. We will check if object util does emt user detail, and we will solve all the exception. So chain case E-level exception here. So if object util does emt user check property, different not empty, and we will throw exception at here. And now another so we will get the row, check the rows, us a private final row repository, and us annotation is required argument constructor. So I think private final user repository. So for the check row, we will equal row equals repository dot file, and so I think this string row file dot chip dot map row as name as to list. Yeah, we will get all the string name in like a byte and check if the rest account with the row is valid. So if row constant user detail of that row, and then if don't the content, and then we also throw exception here. And another one, you get the check the user exists, user repository, dot find username, user detail, not take username. So if object view empty user, if user was empty, and then we also throw the exception. And then we will put new exception here, the by exception. So for the by exception here, we will also put some annotation here, data acknowledgement. And for the exception, we must extend from the runtime exception. And exception have private string cost and private string message, and here. So to respond the exception to web API, we must first new class a global exception to render exception in web API, because we using red controller file here. So for the red controller file, we will extend from response entity exception handler, and also we put new exception handler for the byte exception class by the method public response entity base response, and we handle by exception here and by exception here. So by response equal to by response does set cost equal is does get cost does. So I think, yeah, upon dot set code equal e dot get cost response does I think for the way response does builder does cost equal e dot get cost response dot builder dot cost dot message equal e dot get localized message dot build. So we will return response entity as okay equal response. Yeah. So we have coding with the global exception and response exception to client. So now that here we will throw new by exception here equal. First is the code is string, not value of HTTP. status dot get request dot value, and message the request data of that here. So I will copy request data not found, and here is a service unavailable. Service unavailable. For row here, we copy invalid row. Here is a message user has existed. So now I have checked the validate. So here validate data from client, validate account, and pass user details here. So after that we will move on to the set data, and we will set the data to here. So after we validate and no error, so we will equal insert user here, user detail, and create a new method insert user here. So user equal new user, and user dot set username equal user detail dot set username, user dot set password equal user get password, user dot set row equal new access. So I think for row, because if user has the many row, and row out here is a list and or is a set, because is a set because cannot have the two row similar, and then set row new access. For the new access here, we will rows dot us repository dot file by name equal user detail dot get row here, user detail dot get row, and then we will set user dot set row equal row, and now we will user set account enable equal true, user set account undefined equal true, user set account unlocked equal true, user set current or modified equal true. Then we return the user. So now here we have the user right here, and we will try case exception E. If the exception exception here is for the database cannot connect or the server not run. So I think I will put it in the check case. User repository set user, and response set code equals string value of HTTP status created value, and message register account successfully, and string value. Sorry. map on or set message equal here, and also we return response. So also if the for the exception we also use for the service unavailable here, and the message is service unavailable. Also the same, because we will return the false. So now we have successful for the correct account. So in the request, so for the request, so I think we will move the user detail to the request, because a request from a client, and now we will, so I think we will custom user detail service and user detail. So firstly, I think for the user detail service, in the service here, I just new package is security. In the security here, we just new the class in user detail custom. For the user detail custom, we will integrate user detail here. It will some method at here, and just new for remote constructor and now remote constructor. And we also have the private string username, private string password, private list authority, branches authority, and authority. And private release enable, because we also custom from the user detail and custom from the user service. So also we can custom with the, you can see for the user detail has some method in the authority, get password and username, get some field here, and that is the reason I also create some property like user detail to customize private pooling account not defined, private pooling account non-locked, private pooling create and store not defined. So for the enable, we also return the enable create for non-defined account non-locked account non-defined username, we return the username, password, return password, and for the authority here is a row, so we also return the authority. So we must create the new public constructor in the detail service custom here, string username, string password, list granted authority row, so I think authority, and boolean enable this does username equal username. This is password equal password. This does authority equal authority. This does enable equal enable. This does account modify equal account modify. This does account log equal account log. This does create modify equal create modify. We create the constructor here because we will custom from the user. So I will because so here so I will remove it. Also we can so I think we can if you because I create the constructor because been used for the custom from the class user entity. Here you can change some field, or if you don't need if you don't use for property, we can set the always equal true because in the user service implement and also set it in the true. But you can customize if you want. And then here I will create a new class user detail service custom. For the user detail service custom, we will implement on user detail service. And so in the user detail service here, so we will inject the dependency of the Y replace the user repository here, and also we will use a method to custom user detail service equal so I think user detail custom as user detail custom here. So we will string username. So user, we can get user from the database. Find username. So I think I have wrong property for the user not be the entity, and so yes, we will check if object util as the user we will throw new by exception string does value of http status the request is message here is a user not found, and next one we will return new user detail custom. So for the new user detail custom here we will find from the user task for the user does get username. So you can see from the user detail custom here, I will copy it here and I will here username, user guest password here, and for the authority we will user dot hetero dot stream dot map from the row with row we will just new simple new simple authority and has a name of the row and to list here, and user dot guest. For the next user dot enable user dot account modify, and user dot account unlock, and user dot director modify. So here we will custom from the user here. So I think not correct to list, it will solve the to list. So I think so correct to list, yeah. So in the here we have custom from the because we method check the user, return the user detail, and I have custom from the user detail custom has implement from the user detail. Then we must get the user detail from the user to custom it, and user detail user detail custom equal res user detail custom, and pass the username at here. The object util ent user detail custom here. We also throw the message here is so I think username not found here, and so now we return the user detail custom here. So now we will go to the config to config the string security config here. For the config, we first annotation configuration and enable web security. Also for the bin here we must because Spring security have very secure by secure the password by some library password encoder or some library other, and I will use password encoder to encrypt passwords. Return new password encoder, and the bin here, another bin is public user details service. User details service, we will return a new user details service custom here, and for the another so we will config for the HTTP for the API for the base public security field chain HTTP security HTTP, yeah, we return HTTP as view. So first we must authentication with the builder, and builder equal HTTP dot set the object. Set object here is authentication with the builder dot class to create the new authentication with the builder, and for the builder here we will set the user detail service equal user detail service here, and password encoder equal password encoder, and to accept the user detail service and accept the password encoder to security to the skills API, skills S, and now in application manager equal application builder does build yeah. Now HTTP does cause disable does disable and does HTTP basic, because we also secure application with username and password. Hence does add and does provide a request, does request match here for the account. We must permit on to create the account and request match here for the west. Where also permit on and request match here for the home. Home also must authenticated. You must provide the what is username and password if you can access the home, and you can make sure for the admin and has the authority is admin. You can make sure here for the user. So we also have authority user and for the requirement about. So I think so for the any request would be authenticated, and we accept for the authentication manager equal user and session management, because we don't even clear the session by using stateless. And yeah, so now we have successfully configured the Spring security for the API, for the many paths, many APIs here. So now we will tap in controller here with us new account controller here, new OS controller here, new home controller, new user controller, new admin controller here. Because we're using the REST API, we do not listen REST controller, and for the config the path in the photo, the path here is admin. Now we just use the method is mapping mapping has public response entity string has admin. So I think as account here from the principal here we will return response entity does body here is a admin. Welcome back. So welcome back. Admin we plus with principal of let's name to get the username of account with the role admin accessing. I will copy the method here for the REST controller here, request mapping user, and get the method get for here welcome back user from principal.guest name, and for the home so the same request mapping home, and the method here is index, method is hello, welcome to my face, and you can let the account accessing for the platform, and for the rest that is the same REST controller and request mapping, REST here, and the method here is welcome. So I think hello, hello REST, welcome REST, because REST don't need authentication and we can get the principal. If you also check this, it will return the null point exception. And for the account controller here, it's the same REST controller here, request mapping, account, and the method here is register account by response, register account, and we must request body and the request body for the user detail, and method here is pass, and we return, but here we also authorize or private final user service here, and this annotation require argument constructor, and we call the method user service dot create account at the user detail again. So now we will run the project here. I will open Postman, but we will test in the Postman. Now, firstly, server runs successfully with for numbers, and I will http localhost st start with west block here on the web controller no permits all or the all request can get, and I will save the request here. Yeah, welcome REST, and you can see that welcome REST. And so now for the copy the pet API, here for the you will copy the you will create the account and system account, and for the body here we will pass JSON here with three property name and password and the row. So now I request. You can see it is and I send a request and invalid row. So now I will check why invalid row. Now, so user details service implement, I will turn on the debug mode and I put the debug mode right here. Here. Now I will send a request here and invalid user not empty and so property everything is empty, check node. So for the I think if the user have the property node, it must go here and bind the exception here. So I think because we will get declare field, because we will check the field, not check the field. Yeah. We must get declare field or check the three field here. So now declare field here is a three field we have to declare. So now I will send a candidate. Now valid user here. So this must be different node. And send array and restart that. Now I don't have anything. I send a request. You can see request that I not have is exactly exception message. And now we have pass this with the empty. You can see invalid row. But also we can use on the user detail on the so I think it's not empty as message is invalid username must not be empty here, password on the row or password, but you also can customize this. I run it. Now we will send it. So it also so I think the message here is not blank. Not blank. And so I think username rows not blank. I think not empty, not name, not rows, not blank. Because if you use the annotation, you must in the account controller here, and here I will use for the binding exception. So I have forgot Yeah, what I have told to you in the validation video. You can see this video about the validation here. Here I have validated here. You can see two video, but the purpose in this video is not valid. But I will continue by the cell cost. Its name is cell cost. Password is one file number one, and the row and have the invalid row. So you can see invalid row, and I pass it with the me cell cost me. You can see register account successful. And now I will go to the Smith, guys, Smith and admin and guys, and the authorization is basic authentication and start, and username is cellcode Smith, password is file number one. I will send a request. Smith, yes. So cell cost Smith. So Smith, yes. So I think I will for the Smith. I will check for the Smith. Smith. Yes, I will check for the unconfig. Smith and authority Smith. Smith that's yes. Cell cost Smith. Copy and paste it here. Authorization and I will check for the unconfig. Check it here. Has authority, so I will check it right by. User row and the user here is a user ID. So the password and the username not set. So I will check again. I will check again for the code. I have missing because in the here we don't set password here. User DTO. Not the user. Sorry about that. And for the username and password, I must also new because of private final clips password equal to must equal the password after we set it right. Password equal here. And now I will delete and drop the device spring security and I run the page. So that's why I stated in 400 and one unauthorized. So now you can see project has started, and you can see Spring Security, database, table here, row, and we first new row, first new, show user, and line, show records with row, and the row here. Got no user ID, then no user and that no record with the table which is user row. So now we will send array in here. So I will delete this send array with the username, password, and a row. You can see there is the successful, and you can see here we have to check and create the insert into user row. So we will check it later by. You can see user ID, row ID is 1, and the user here. You can see username, password, and user ID here. And now we will send a request from the first meet. You can see welcome back first meet here. And but I will applicate task change here user. So I close new request and copy here. And I in basic authentication here. I will use account with admin, and I go to spec with user here. You can see forbidden because forbidden has no right to accept this result. But I go to admin test here. You see the contact admin, and his name is admin. And now I create with the, so now I new the request home is a part, home is index. So for the index here, I will for the authorization here, and for the admin, it also can go to the home page. Now I will create a new shellcode user here with the role is the user here. Password is the same in send request here. Has it account successfully and is rated by. You can see shellcode user here, user ID 2, and for the role here. Here user ID 2 is a user and role ID is 2 because 1 is admin and 2 is a user. And now I will send a request. It's user here, shellcode user here. So you can see the command user here. And I will go to admin pass by the account user. You can see forbidden, yeah, because no right, most authority is admit to accept for the admit. But I also use the admin, use the account user to get the home because I have config in the app config here is a home is most authenticated for provide successful username and password, and for the user here so we must authority for the web and for the account and for this code. So you can see here is a database. Yeah, is a database for the soul SQL. You can see that. So we can also log here. You see log here. Principal of guest name plus with access to API sense Smith here. Now I will restart again. Now I will send a request with the admin here. You can see forbidden. And now for the admin, you can see I go back, and in here you can see SQL screen for the log. How before about SQL screen access to API screen. How you can use the log for the bot for the own the API to check in the console of the server. And in this video, I have shown you about authentication and authorization with the custom data store with the user detail service. And you can see here, you can custom here. But if you have any question, you can comment, and or you can contact me with the Facebook or with the email. And thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. Goodbye.